Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, the Titanic is very famous all across the world. Pictures of the shipwreck on the ocean bed are indeed very famous, and new scans have just emerged. If you like the story of the Titanic, you can see these new pictures on the front page of the BBC's website. This is the first full-sized digital scan of the Titanic, which is around 12,500 feet down in the Atlantic. Now, I'm not good with the metric system, but I would guess that's around 4,000 meters. I really can't work out the difference between the metric system and the old system that we use, but anyway, it's 12,500 feet. There's a unique 3D view of the entire ship, and you can also see unopened champagne bottles. Apparently, more than 1,500 people, or as we usually say in British English, 1,500 people, apparently they died when the ship struck an iceberg on its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York. And there's all kinds of questions still to be answered about this. So this new scan shows us some very beautiful images of the Titanic. Speaking of photographs and moving images, last night I was watching a TV show called 24 Hours in A and E. A and E is our accident and emergency department in our local hospital. We often refer to it simply as A and E, or some people call it the casualty department. Anyway, on this TV show, which documents people's lives in A and E, it was showing a young girl who was rushed in there with some difficulties. I think it was either her belly or appendix. I don't know exactly why she was there. But what it portrayed, what it showed us, were these really, really grossly overweight people who were her parents. And while this child was lying in bed, just shortly after her operation, these parents were eating curry, fries, chips, potatoes in the same place. Now, I wouldn't have thought that would have been allowed to eat so much food around her and to have so many people around her. Two parents and, of course, a nurse and a doctor. I would have thought that would have created a problem, bearing in mind that we're not completely over COVID yet. Anyway, this was a true life story, and these parents were sitting there having a huge, huge takeaway meal. Now, you might think that's a bit strange, but unfortunately, that is the kind of stereotype now that we have of a lot of British families, especially those who come from very impoverished areas. It's like they don't know how to behave, and then that stereotype is applied to everyone. It was a little bit strange. I'm not sure if I like these programs about the accident and emergency departments of the hospital, because you try to watch them and then the next thing there's blood or a body or a bit of a body suddenly appears on the screen. So they're not the best shows to be watching, especially if you have any kind of difficulty seeing these things. There used to be an old TV show in the UK called Your Life in Their Hands, and that was worse. I mean, that used to show us open heart transplant operations. Ooh, it was disgusting. So, not for the faint-hearted, but if you like that kind of thing, you might enjoy it. Speaking of COVID, I think we're on to injection number 5 now, which is rolled out in the autumn. I know Australia had theirs a few years ago, so this will be the next one for me, I think, because I'm over 50. I haven't had the blue letter yet. It always comes in a blue envelope, but is not far away because I know that we have to have it before the autumn. So that'll be interesting to see where that is and also which one they'll give us. I really don't like getting injections, but I think the secret is don't look. And of course, here the nurses always try to make small talk to make you feel better, but it just makes it worse. Hello, how was your day going? Did you travel far? How are you feeling today? And I'm thinking, could you not just do it instead of the small talk? And of course, some of them, they do it if they sense that you're nervous. While they're talking, they'll just do it quickly and it's done. And then you'll say, okay, can you inject me? And they'll say, it's done. There you are. You're finished. Go on. So I suppose that's a better way of having injections. I don't think anybody likes getting injections, to be honest, especially not for COVID. But the last time I went, I said to the nurse, I said, I remember this building. It used to be the ice rink where I went ice skating. And she said, oh, I don't remember. I should ask my grandfather. Grandfather? I mean, she could have said uncle or father or even older brother, but I'll ask my grandfather. Cheek. Wow. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Do have a look at those Titanic images, especially if you like history, because I think you'll enjoy them. All right? So until next time, have a wonderful day. See you. Bye.